under a cloud of tyranny. Builders bleed out slowly at the altar of centralization. They dream of a new kind of system. They wait for heroes to rise.
Hi, my name is Alice. I'm a Web3 developer and I want to tell you about a little adventure I had in Nodeland. When I got there, I discovered that it was ruled by a centralized tyrant called the Queen of Nodes.
So here's the dream. I was going to launch this DeFi app I have been working on. Something that screamed inclusion and opportunity. In short, freedom. Instead, I was wasting my time with infrastructure headaches like rate limits and outrageous fees. What a waste of time. And money. And then, out of nowhere, a rabbit showed up. Because of course, a rabbit had to show up.
You are recording?
Go ahead.
Of course I was late. The resistance is under attack. The Queen's tentacles are everywhere. What happens if she wins? Back to the TradFi joke? Look, people always ask me, why the rush? But people don't understand. Nodes are the ultimate middleman. Control them and you will control the data. That's what's at stake here. That's why the decentralized network was born. And me? I'm the guy who helps build the bridges and balance the loads. No pressure, right? And yes, I'm always late. Decentralization waits for no one.
Pro tip. If a rabbit throws your QR code, don't scan it. Seriously, the only thing missing was a pop-up ad for an NFT rug pull.
Alice had scanned the code, waking up in a strange and surreal place. The forest stretched infinitely, it glowed and seemed to hum with data. It felt like a world of promise, but also of riddles and shadows. Alice wandered Nodeland, searching for answers in its chaos. Here, the lines between code and reality blurred. But among the towering trees and floating symbols, Alice knew one thing for certain. She wasn't alone.
For everyone else. Oh, howdy. You must be Alice.
So when a weird cat showed up, the first thing I asked him is why the rabbit was so hung up on centralization and the resistance.
She needed inspiration, so I told her decentralization is a lot like jazz. Improvised, messy, sometimes hard to follow. But when it does work, oh, it's magic. The type of magic most common folks almost never had. But let's put it in context. Alice, you thought you could just launch a little DeFi app and call it a day. You had no idea you're walking into a war zone. The Queen of Nodes doesn't just want to control all the gates. She wants to creep into all the nodes she can find and seize them. But it's not all bad news, because as you know, there's a resistance. They keep it real, they keep it decentralized and universal. And you know the rabbit is the bridge, so find the bridge, walk the bridge, dance through it. Good luck, kid.
So the Cheshire Cat basically says, hey, you thought it was going to be that easy? Join the Queen and pay the price, or find the rabbit and dance over the bridge. Then he disappears.
Alice explored Nodeland, wondering if she would ever find the true path to decentralization. When she saw a strange gathering, the people welcomed her in. It was a place which was open, where people build together. I spoke to the Mad Hatter and his friends.
Decentralization. The art of breaking things into tiny, resilient pieces. The Queen loves everything tidy, centralized, controlled. But we spill the tea, both literally and figuratively. The key, Alice, is to keep it independent, distributed. Maybe permissioned, but definitely decentralized.
So apparently the future of blockchain adoption depends on me drinking staking tea and listening to riddles. I was just beginning to get my head around it when the Queen's soldiers arrived.
Fill the form, prove identity, insert card, pay fee, only fiat. Non-compliance will result in node confiscation. Thank you for choosing centralized infrastructure. Your call is very important to us. I mean, it's not really, is it? We just like to say that, it's part of the script, really. Truth is that on that day, me and the terminals, we were just marching in the woods, on patrol. And we saw a gathering, we thought, okay, let's go and muck with these guys a little bit.
I just managed to get away from those centralized hooligans. I had a quick think about what to do next. It was obvious. I needed to meet the Queen and tell her why the relationship is over. The typical, it's not you, it's me, might work. So off I went. Nodeland had given me a lot to think about.
Started just like any other day. I was dispensing some justice, killing a few heads, dealing with nonsense, really. Average day.
But, my queen, we cannot afford this. The fees are going to bankrupt our clan.
Off with his head.
Your Majesty, if you would just consider our plans for
Off
decentralization.
with his head.
Your Majesty, I've only just installed my crypto wallet.
Off with his head. People love to romanticize decentralization. But let's be real. It won't work. Won't be reliable enough. Eye for order, efficiency, control. Sure, there's a fee. But isn't convenience worth it? Without me, your precious DeFi hack would be nothing but code isolated in a void. Next, please. Tell your queen how she can help.
It's good to finally meet you, Your Majesty. I just wanted to let you know, I'm not asking for anything. You see, I don't actually need you, and it took a whole community to make me realize that. That's why, on the way here, I decided to connect to the DRPC resistance. So thanks, I think I'll keep my head. It's your tentacles you should be worrying about. Loser!
So, where did you find the courage to stand up to him?
Here's the thing. I've debugged a smart contract at 3 a.m. while living off instant ramen. Fear of DeFi? Please. This is just Tuesday.
She did it! She joined the DRPC, turning some of the Queen's tentacles into calamari. Finally, I can stop running for 5 minutes. I mean, honestly, it takes most builders some time to get her, but Alice? She's a natural. She just needed the right questions. Yes, even from the Cheshire Cat and the Hatter. By the way, don't tell her I doubted her a little.
This wasn't just about my DeFi app. It's about proving that decentralization isn't just a buzzword. It's messy, sure, but it brings balance, equality, and definitely freedom. And having that choice is worth holding on to. Gandhi was definitely right. So builders out there, let's be the change we want to see. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got app users waiting for features and bug fixes. Till next time, see you later, DGens.